Hi babes, happy full moon in Virgo, happy all of the other shifts that are happening right now. I'm like, I need a hug. Well, I'm sending you guys a hug and I'm receiving one in return, just assuming you're sending me one. Thank you. Yeah, so I just wanted to hop on here really quickly and talk a little bit about not so much the full moon because what is there to say that isn't already said? You know, it's a full moon. It's a time to love on yourself. It's going to be affecting you natally, very personally, and that's what I really prefer to talk about more. So that's just more on like a one-on-one basis. I will say for me that this Pisces sun is hitting on my Pisces rising, and directly across is my descendant, which is my 7th house cusp. Your 7th house is the house of relationships and partnerships, is Virgo. So I am feeling it. I feel it personally. I feel it in others and my people and my babes. And yes, so it's a very personal mood. I feel like, I don't know, targeted. Anyway, so what I really wanted to talk about is to really be mindful and really be patient during this time, because Mercury is also the ruler of Virgo and Gemini, and it is in the shadow period of its retrograde. I know I'm saying this from a very frustrated Gemini perspective. I feel like my words just aren't even, I don't even know if these words are going to resonate with you guys, but what the hell, we'll try. Yes, so, but as always, my advice on this is to be very intentional and to be very patient with your speech. And if you don't feel it's time to address something right now, lovingly ask for room and ask for time and space and process as long as you need. Okay, that's a much more preferred solution than just flying off on someone and saying whatever, or handling things emotionally in a negative way. Okay. The other thing I really wanted to talk about before I go on and on, because you guys know how I get, is Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. It is an asteroid, but it's nearly considered a like minor dwarf planet, kind of like Pluto. So we're getting there with it. It's very significant. And what Chiron is all about, if you're not familiar, it's known as the wounded healer. So what it holds is the wounding of this lifetime for us. So it's very, very significant. It's really going to be a tender spot just naturally on you. And it also holds the key to your life, I believe. That's how I interpret it. So if you can work through this wound, you can really just kind of come to the other side that is just so beautiful, and that you can end up ultimately using to serve others with. So my deal with wounding, with triggers, with things that need to be healed is like, let's just get there as quick as possible and let's get through it. And, let's start helping others with whatever we've learned. And maybe it's just me. I have a Mars that is in Leo, and I have a Venus in Aries. I'm very fiery when it comes to taking action. Maybe too much so, but it is who I am. But I just feel like if I spot a problem, let's just fucking fix it. Like, why are we wasting time? Time is always, it's always in my mind. So anyway, I'm working on being in my flow. So yes, back to Chiron. Chiron just moved out of Pisces. He was there for 8 years and moved into Aries, and will be there just 2 days ago he moved. He will be there for 9 years. So this is super significant energy. You may have already been feeling it, but you just didn't really know how or what to put your finger on. I would really, really suggest that that is what this is. I am feeling it way more significantly than the moon, but of course, all of the stuff moving is really just creating like this tornado. So anyway, this is a positive message. I promise. So you can always look at your Chiron natally in your birth chart to really find what your lifetime wound is and what you can work through, and what your karma is to really use to help others. But when we have Chiron moving and transiting, it's also hitting on another part of our chart and is revealing something to us, a deep wound. Okay, and so usually these happen for us in childhood. And so I have this really beautiful article I have right over here by Astro Butterfly. Oh my gosh, I don't know who writes it. I don't know if it's a her, a he, a him, they, whoever it is, total genius. I'm gonna share all of it below and like link it up somehow on my stories or whatever. But they really talk about this first week of this Chiron movement being really significant. So that's why I just wanted to get a video out to you guys to really like make sure you're paying attention. So whatever wounds, triggers, people that are popping into your mind that are rubbing you wrong, really look at this right now. This is super significant. This could be what is getting spelled out to you for the next 9 years. And I'm like all about like, what the F is it? Let me really get a handle on it and get like almost like a jump start on just healing it, because oftentimes we don't even know the wound is there. And I have a dear friend that says, you know, the emotions lead the way to a closed door. And behind that closed door is significant healing that can set you free. Okay, so I really feel that that is Chiron's message for us. And this first week of February until the 24th, and then there's a couple other phases I'm going to write about too in the next coming weeks. Pay attention. Who is triggering you? What is triggering you? Can you talk to that person that caused the wound? Who or what is the trigger now? Is there something to be addressed with them? Is there a way that you can maybe move past this wound in a new way? Is there an opportunity for you to grow and also accept this person, or are boundaries needing to be drawn? Is there something that needs to be negotiated? Is there something that needs to be communicated? What needs to be expressed? What needs to be healed? All of the questions. Okay, get really curious. I'm really inviting you to step into this period of self-growth with me. I definitely have a super deep wound that has come up, and even just now dipping my toe into it just yesterday, literally, it's very fresh. It's deep, you know, and I think it's really inviting me to handle it all in a very new way, and that's scary for me. So I'm not here saying it's easy, but I am here saying that I'm just a human like you, and we can be courageous together and we can grow together. And that's ultimately what's gonna set us free. I love you guys so much. I hope this resonates. If you have questions, let me know. I feel like I kind of just like exploded this onto the scene for you. So, and with the shadow period of Mercury, I may not have made any sense, but I love you all so very much. And big hug. Get your crystals out in the moonlight tonight and tomorrow. Get yourself out in the moonlight. Be patient with your words. Be appreciative for what you've created so far for 2019 and in February. And I love you so much.